In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to add fullness to a blouse or shirt. And so this follows adding fullness and creating a yoke, as you will see on page 147 of the textbook. So I'm going to just show you how to add the fullness to the back. The front is very similar. So I'm going to go ahead and move my front pieces off the screen. So we just are looking at my back pieces. And so I'm going to go ahead and first flip over my front skirt and my back so that they're aligned. Now, the first thing that it has is that in the book, we're taking the shoulder dart and we're moving it to the armhole. So remember not to just delete that dart. We're actually, again, going to actually rotate the dart to the armhole, make it a little bit looser for a shirt. So we're going to take the shoulder dart, go to dart, rotate dart to point, select the middle of the armhole, so again 0.5, so right in the middle, select it again, and now just close my shoulder dart. So again, what we have done is that we have taken the dart that was in the shoulder and we have moved it into the armhole. So the armhole is just a little bit looser than you would find, say, with a jacket. Now what I'm doing right now is that I'm just cleaning up points, getting rid of some extra points to make my armhole look correct. And again, just kind of get rid of any extra points that you have. Anytime you rotate a dart, it throws off the grain line. So select the center back, grain line parallel to segment, and rotate it back so that the grain line is parallel to the center. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a back yoke and then fullness for the back yoke. So a company decides basically how wide they want the yoke to be. I'm going to just decide that that yoke is going to be 4 inches. So I'm going to select the center back, type in 4. But again, a company would decide, or a designer would decide, how wide they want the yoke piece to be. So I'm then going to select my draft tool and then do my straight line here to the other side. Create a point connection. And now I can use build piece. So now I can select the yoke portion, and then I can select the bottom portion of the bodice. Now you notice that even though for my shirt I want it to be longer than my waist, that I am just manipulating the top or the bodice portion first. The last thing that I will do is add on my skirt portion. So I'm going to get rid of my basic block, not save it, and now I've got my 2 pieces here. So now my yoke is pretty much done. All I essentially need to do is make sure that I don't have any seams. I should have done that to begin with. You shouldn't have any seams when you're rotating darts and such. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my yoke piece here. I'm going to set my half so that I don't have a seam here in the back. And as you're seeing in the book here, we're going to take this image and we're just going to get rid of the image. Now that doesn't mean that the dart's not in my blouse. It's just looser. I'm just not going to sew that dart. So right now I'm just getting rid of the dart image and it's just a looser blouse. Now the next thing it shows to do is to add 3 inches for some gathers. A designer might want that to be more or less full than the 3 inches, but we'll just go ahead and do the 3 inches as shown in the book. So y would be 3, x is going to be 0. And so that's going to add a total of 6 inches across the back. Then I'm going to go ahead and add a notch here that from previous would be 2 inches, as again shown in the book. So I have a notch there. And again, that back doesn't have a back seam, so I'm going to set my half, and as soon as after I have added on my skirt. So now I'm going to bring up my skirt portion here, and again I want to decide how wide, how full I want my blouse to be. If I want it, you know, real full, not real nice and wide, I can bring it straight down from the armhole. And this time I think I'll make a nice big full, you know, kind of a skirt rather than bringing it in. But again, you can bring it in closer to the skirt if you want to. But again, I have fullness here in the top, so I need to have fullness where the hip line is. And then I just decide how long I want my blouse to be. And so I'm going to add a point of where I want that to be. So let's say I want it maybe up towards the high hip line, and I just want that to be 5 or 6 inches from the center back. I then select my draft tool, and I have to go straight across to kind of a guideline here. Make sure that X then is 0. And then I'm also going to then come straight down, create another little draft line there. And now build piece won't work, so I'm going to do my trace segments and start at the hem, up around the armhole to the back yoke, back, connect my pieces. Then I can pull away my piece here. There's my piece. And then to clean it up, again, I need to align my points, need to get rid of any excess points that I happen to have on my pattern just created from drafting it. Make sure that I square my corners. Get rid of extra grade points. And the last thing would be to set my half. And so I'm going to set the half. And so now I can see that I have my part that I'm going to create my gathers or my fullness and add it to my yoke line. The other thing is that a yoke is completely faced on the inside. So this back yoke piece would be 2 pieces here because there's one for the inside of the shirt and one for the outside of the shirt. This back piece where we have our gathering only is 1 piece is already open. So this here is just referred to as my back or my back shirt. The code, of course, would just be back. This would be my gathered shirt or shirt with fullness. Have self. It's only going to be one two-way. And again, this is going to be a yoke. Still part of the gathered shirt. Again, material. And there's 2 for the yoke line. So there we have created our yoke. And then you can also add fullness to the front. So there is just an example of fullness for a shirt.